Okay, so John Brown here with you again. Some more of our filmmaking, documentation type stuff. Today is our Shoot of the Nations, Shoot of Nations. This is a tournament that we have every year, but this one travels. So we have three main groups that shoot. We have the Chickasaws, the Cherokees, and then of course us, the Muscogee Creeks. This tournament will travel to each one of our shooting ranges. This year was our turn. With the virus, numbers are down a little bit. We usually average somewhere around 50 to 60 shooters at this one. Today I was surprised we have as many as we do. We're looking at 21, 22 shooters. This particular shoot has a lot of meaning. It doesn't matter what tribe you're from, you can come shoot and represent your nation. So that makes a lot of people feel good. So.
My name's Chris Foreman. I represent the Peoria tribe of Oklahoma. But I shoot with the Cherokee Nation out of Tahlequah, the Cherokee Nation Cornstalk Society. And it's just something we love to do, just more or less to see old friends and make new friends. And plus, I mean, it just gives you a reason to get outside. And it's been a while since we got to have a shoot with this COVID going on, which is a bad thing, and I hope everybody gets well over that or avoids it somehow. But yeah, it's just a fun time to get together and have a good fellowship.
Yeah, I've been doing this for maybe 4 years, and it was just funny how this happened. Mike Berryhill was looking for an apprentice, and he was looking towards me at first, you know, but I have other things I'm doing in my life, so it's unfortunate that it turned out to be one of my best friends, John Brown, and he's a pretty good Mahaya, a teacher, and we have a good relationship with him, and it's just good to get together and fellowship together with different tribes too. But it's a learning experience all the way too. Even when you make your bows, I made this one here. This was my first one, my second one, and each one comes out different. But you know, you put your heart into it, and that's what you feel when you use these bows, you know, because you made them yourself.
Okay, my name is GRAYSON. I'm from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. I'm with the Cherokee Nation. Today we're here doing the Shoot of the Nations. Growing up, I was about 5 or 6 when my dad started getting me to shoot bows, and you know, I've just been with it ever since. You know, of course, I got my uncle out here with me today. You know, he was another big influence with me growing up.
So did you make your bow?
This one was made by my dad. My dad wanted to learn how to make it, so my uncle taught him how to do it, and then they both just kept making it. And so that was stuff that's passed on to me as well.
My name is James Satir, and this is my son, Ferris Satir. I got involved with John probably about 10 years ago. You know, saw it at actually Cherokee Holiday. Saw my first cornstalk shoot there, and wanted to try it. And I actually had a friend out west, a guy named Eric Smith, who's a bowyer, a pretty good one. And he helped me make my first bow, and wanted to get my kids involved. And so Ferris has actually been shooting since he was 4. He's 12 now, and he's shooting a lot with the men now, along with the youth. But it's been a good time. I love what I like most about it is I like the people.
With the youth, it's about 30 yards. With the adults, probably about 70, 80 yards.
So I think the target today is about 85 or 90.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, so I have my good friend here with me, Gary ASHMORE. With him not being native at all, you would never know it. He has been real instrumental on all of these bow shoots, the tools that he's made us. He was one of my teachers, Mike Berryhill, my Mahaya. Had him helping with our class, but not only did he help there and us, and I can say this, he helps everybody. An engineer by trade, the things that he can make, I set my standards for the things that I'm making today to his stuff. That's where I look to get to. But I didn't want Gary getting left out of this one, and I wanted y'all to visit with him just a little bit. Terrific guy, friend. I mean, he's just so awesome. But anyway, I'll let you go with it. Thank you, Gary, for all that you do.
Well, I got involved with John. I was helping Mike Berryhill teach the bow making class, and John and both of his brothers and his nephew were all in that class. So we kind of hit it off there and became friends shortly after that. Good friends. This is the cornstalk bow I've been shooting for a good 12, 13 years. It's more of a European style with the thicker, skinnier tips on the end. It's bowed arc. You can see it's aged. It's been out in the sun a lot. But this is about my standard go-to bow for the last 12 years.
Y'all doing? My name's Noel Grayson. I'm representing the Cherokee Nation, and I've been shooting. I'm actually one of the original founding members of the Cherokee Cornstalk Society out of Tahlequah. Back in the day, I myself, as a young man, wanted to get a bow in everybody's hands, right? Especially young men, you know, make sure it survived. I played with it my whole life. I wanted it to survive. And I was talking with my brother one day, and we said, I said, you know, we could challenge other tribes, get their bow makers. And I think for the Creeks, it was Mike Berryhill, who's a friend of mine, you know, and he was like, yeah, sure, you know, we'll come out and shoot, you know, and it just went from there, you know. My brother's wife made a few phone calls to like the Choctaws and, you know, the Chickasaws and said, send your bow shooters out here. Let's see who's got what, you know, as far as bow makers, you know. They're pound for pound, Cherokees have probably more bow makers than any other tribe.
But it's just a good feeling to be out here, especially early this morning at kind of Kasupki, you know. But it wakes you up, and it's good to we need to get out. You know, Native people need to get back out in the world, in nature, because we're so colonized that we stay in homes and watch TV. You know, the thing we got now is that little for to watch TV, but we need to be outside. You know, we need to be hiking. That's the way our life was. And I think that's what this teaching is, to get us back outside. You know, we need to be outside with nature.
Yeah, I appreciate the Creek Nation taking this up, you know, and inviting us down, hosting the Shoot of the Nations.
And you know, made us feel like we're part of this community. And like I said, I appreciate that more than anything. Like I said, we come here from Chickasaw, and we're a couple of Cherokee guys. Man, anything that John puts on, I will drive all the way across the country for him, because he does it right. And like I said, he's a good man. And so that's what we try to do, and that's what I'm trying to instill in my son, is that I want him to be able to continue to do this and do this with his children. But we have to, and probably the coolest thing that I could ever think of is for his son or his daughter to come out here and shoot with me and him. That would be the ultimate thing for me. That I could die happy if I did that.
Well, it's too bad we can't ask Custer. I wonder what he would have felt like. I'm sure it was a scary type of deal. I wouldn't want that many coming, but anyway, that's good. That's fun.
All right, start off by telling me, when did you first realize you were left-handed?
Yeah, when I went to the Muscogee.
I'm going to send 2 more guys.